All right, and the man of the moment, as you can see on your screen, that is Pst James Irungu. He was attempting to break Trufen Muthoni's 72-hour tree hugging challenge, but this time Pst Irungu was addressing cancer challenges in the country. Remember, Muthoni was talking about matters of environment, but unfortunately, Pst James Irungu just hit 79 hours.
It's not unfortunate by any standards. He broke the record.
Just 1 hour left.
He's the one who set that target for himself, 80 hours.
80 hours.
He managed 79, actually above 79 hours.
Above 79. I've seen somewhere this morning that he only had 6 minutes left.
6 minutes? 6
minutes before he unfortunately...
Pst James Irungu, congratulations on that one. Because to be honest, 72 hours we thought was big. It was huge. Those are 3 days continuous. 79 hours is definitely bigger than that. Congratulations, Pst James Irungu, for managing 79 hours, 40 minutes.
Thereabout. Yes.
Yeah, 40 minutes
so
plus.
We do acknowledge you, Pst James Irungu. Congratulations for that. And we have Chusha Noah. That is the CEC Youth Affairs, Murang'a County, of course, where Pst James Irungu was hugging the tree form. CEC, good morning to you. This is Morning Cafe Karibu Sana. What do you make of this record by Pst Irungu?
Thank you, Monica and team. Very good morning from Murang'a Level 5 Hospital. We are here with my team of MCAs representing our governor, His Excellency Governor Edo Kangata. We've been supporting Jimmy in this journey because Jimmy is doing what we've been doing as the government of Murang'a. We've been issuing Kangata care cards to those, we give priority to those with chronic illnesses like those with cancer issues. So when Jimmy came on board to fight the issue, we were very happy that we have, at least we have one champion who is helping the public to understand the causes, and a person who is really pressing the government to declare this disaster a national disaster. He did. So Jimmy has 3 strides. He set a very high record for himself. He has gone way past 78 hours. And he was almost hitting his target. So as we speak, he has broken the world record. And as Murang'a County government, we are very happy. We already have a hero in the name of Pst Jimmy.
Yes, and
so Pst Jimmy is currently in Murang'a Level 5 Hospital, Kashote, where he's having just some checkup. His vital organs are okay. It's just a matter of fatigue. And he's now getting a very good checkup from a team of medics. And we're waiting to celebrate him once he's out of the hospital. But he's very stable as we speak. Yes.
Right. Kindly take us through his condition right now. You say he's in hospital. How is he? Is he responding? Is he able to speak?
Yes, I'll say that I've just come out of Kashote, where he is. And our team of medics is really handling him very well. He's very okay. He's very stable. His pressure and other types of diagnosis has shown that he's very well. He's very stable. And it's just a matter of fatigue. And the doctors have really promised us that in a few minutes or in a few hours' time, he'll be out.
What's his own assessment of his achievement so far?
Yes, Jimmy has achieved because this is something that has never been done, not only in Murang'a County, but in the whole world. And there is no any single person who has come out in such a way to fight this menace. So he has really achieved to find we are going to celebrate him because he's a great man.
All right.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. That is the CEC Youth Affairs Murang'a County, Chusha Noah, for speaking to us this morning. We do appreciate you for that, and congratulations to Pst James Irungu. Pass our congratulations to him. It is the 8th of January 2026. Karibuni sana to the show. Let's take a look at the local dailies this morning, and we start off with Taifa Leo 2027. Miereka yaanza.
Miereka. On the Daily Nation, TSC jobs grade 10 slots scandal, even before senior schools open. kuna scandal tayari.
The Standard betrayed in death.
Oh yes, he turned 81. Okay, he would have turned 81 yesterday.
Yeah. Bado kulikuwa na birthday.
Yeah. People Daily, hustler bets backfiring Ruto's slide towards 2027.
As the People Daily, the Star election 2027, Mbadi splashes 240 billion shillings for security teams.
Yes, and you see there's a lot of 2027 on the front pages today. Trump deal derails KRA's tax plan for US tech giants. That's on the front page of the Business Daily.
All right.
Yes. Now for State of the Nation, Mwalimu Wilson Sosiono will be with us starting at 6:30 this morning alongside Fwamba NC Fwamba, who's a political commentator, and Fanyamambo Kinodhia, also a political commentator. Do stand by for that conversation. Later on this show, we'll be talking about matters...
health. Regenerative medicine Dr. Ashni Maldi, that is an aesthetic doctor, will be here for us to have this conversation. It is a natural health approach. It can reverse aging. Sasa kama utaki kuzeeka, regenerative medicine is an option. Do you know even the paralyzed can walk because of regenerative medicine?
So you regenerate your cells and your body regenerates itself.
Yes,
so whatever you've lost, you can actually regain it.
Yes, so your stem cells are harvested and there's a procedure that is done to put things together so that you can regain whatever you're losing.
Very interesting conversation at 8 a.m. this morning.
Yes. Tuvuke border, this is the Daily Monitor Uganda, why US issued tough visa rules. And according to Washington, this measure requiring Ugandans to deposit millions of shillings while applying for visas is meant to discourage visa overstays by withholding the bond of those who flout the rules and refunding those who play by the rules. A new rule starting January 21st this year, that Ugandans can use only 3 airports. That is New York, Washington, and Boston. There's no refund if you overstay, even for a day, and if you attempt changing status or if you apply for asylum, that is, you get no refund.
You lose that money for the visa.
Yes.
For Ugandans, this is for Ugandans,
only.
not Kenyans. Yes.
But you get a refund if you leave America in time, if you do not travel, and if you're denied entry. Again, Uganda peke yake. But if found eligible for a B1, B2 visa, you must post a bond of 54 million Ugandan shillings. That is about $5,000 or $15,000.
And the question is, why Uganda? And they've explained it here, that Uganda had one of the highest visa breach rates in 2024. So wanaenda US with visas, alafu wana breach. So they don't go back home. They overstay, they end up seeking asylum and stuff like that. So business travelers and tourists were among those overstaying. So this is for Ugandans. Don't confuse it with Kenya. Kenya, I think ours is different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why 1996 election haunts us now and beyond 2031? Haunts Uganda, not us, Kenya.
Uganda.
Who is who on new court-martial bench is another story there. The top 3 for Ugandans get global recognition. 4 Ugandans get global recognition. And the Electoral Commission issues final register. 5 days to voting.
It's 5 days here, then they say 7 days here. Either way, elections are next week.
Yes.
Uganda are going to the polls next week. The rubber will meet the road.
This is a Daily Monitor.
Yes. Still in Uganda, that visa story is still the big story on the front page of the New Vision. USA Visa, Ugandans to deposit 56 million Ugandan money before you get a visa. Travelers to forfeit bonded cash if they overstay. The issue here is Ugandans applying for visas to the US, they travel to the US, then they overstay. Kama umepatiwa visa 5 months ama 6 months, unaenda unakaa beyond that, alafu inaleta shida. So that is a major thing for Ugandans. The other story, of course, matters campaigning. The last few days before 5 days to election, massive crowds turn up at Museveni's Makindye na Kawa rallies. And of course, hii ni kama kawaida, sea of yellow pale chini. Presidential candidates Mafabi, Muntu na yule mwingine Chagulani, wote wako pale. Battle for Kampala Central seats hots up, so it's a lot of elections everywhere, but that visa story dominates. 5 days to elections.
All right. That's Uganda. Twende Tanzania. Gazeti la Mwananchi, kauli za Trump za tikisa dunia. Ni baada ya kutangaza kununua mafuta Venezuela, huku akieleza mpango wa operesheni za kijeshi kwa nchi nyingine. Mataifa ya mpinga yaendelea kulaani uvamizi. So this is about the oil.
Now you're seeing the trend that Trump and the US and whatever decisions they've made is a big discussion across Uganda and Tanzania. Yes. Trump. Kuna vile ametishia watu sana.
Alright, habari kamili katika ukurasa wa 4 wa gazeti hili. Wa China waliodakwa na mabilioni kizimbani kule Dar es Salaam. Mitandao ya kijamii ilivyo mateso ni habari katika ukurasa wa 5 wa gazeti hili. Watano wakiwemo wanajeshi wawili kotini kwa kuua tembo 12. Oh wow. Na CCM na mikakati mipya kiutendaji, habari katika ukurasa wa 14 gazeti la Mwananchi.
Tukisalia kule Bongo, let's take a look at the Citizen government's plan on industry and export businesses. Tanzania has unveiled a new investment framework designed to attract more local and foreign investors by making it faster, cheaper and easier to establish manufacturing and export-oriented businesses. That's the main story on the inside pages Business Daily, ile ya Tanzania, pages 11 and 12. But the other story is about and we've seen it here on the front page of Mwananchi, mitandao ya kijamii ilivyo mateso. It's a trolling that happens online. So they've done a story on page 2, Trolls Paradise, exposing the sinister side of social media. And you've seen now, especially on X, there's a trend where you post an image on X and people come and ask Grok, the AI, to actually post or edit the photo and have you probably in a different outfit, probably in a bikini or something. Now, it's a lot. Anyway, social media platforms that initially promised inclusion and opportunity are now emerging as the new front lines of harassment, abuse and exploitation, particularly affecting young people and women. That story is on page 2. It is a real problem. I've seen now a lot of women on X are giving instructions to Grok that they have not given that artificial intelligence unit to do anything on their own photos. Yeah. Hawajapewa ruhusa. Anyway, let's see if it's going to work. Pale juu Zanzibar eyes livestock investment boost with new research lab. These are the stories making headlines in Tanzania.
All right, tuangalie hali ya anga sasa. And hii imekwama kidogo. We start off in Kisumu. It's 19 degrees this morning, feels like 25, so it's a hot day here. Highs of 29 degrees today, precipitation 10%, very, very minimal. It will drop into the weekend just by 1 degree to 28. That's weather in Kisumu.
All right. In the Mount Kenya region in Murang'a today, where Pst James Irungu was attempting to hug a tree for 80 hours continuous, he managed 79 hours. It is quite favorable weather. They say it's mostly cloudy today, currently 15 degrees. Highs of 27 degrees there, mostly cloudy, little chance of precipitation. This 27 will continue into the weekend, getting even hotter next week.
In Garissa this morning, it's 24 degrees, feels like 26. It's a partly cloudy day. Highs of 36 degrees in Garissa, and precipitation, they say it's 10%, so very, very minimal. Hapa kuna mvua hata kidogo. Tumeangalia Turkana.
Bado lakini wacha tuanze huko coast. Down south at the coast, those who are still enjoying holiday, wale walifikiria uta extend. It is quite hot in Diani today. 25 degrees currently this morning. It is a cloudy day, highs of 29 degrees. This will continue. A bit of precipitation expected later this week, but for today, very little rainfall. What about Turkana?
In Turkana, it's 24 degrees this morning. It's a partly cloudy day, highs of 36 degrees.
Wow, quite hot, yeah?
It's very hot. They say precipitation is 10%, lakini hapa, no chance of rain. This 36 degrees will drop by 35 weekendi, but that's kidogo sana.
Finally, Nairobi, it's 16 degrees currently. They say it's a cloudy day, highs of 26 degrees, which is comfortable weather, and this will continue into the weekend and into next week. But by next week, tutagonga 28. So bado hatujasikia ile joto tayari ya Januari inakuja. That's the weather situation across most regions of the country.
14 minutes for 6 a.m. Tuangalie Nairobi traffic, how it's looking.
All right. So we've seen that the trend has been that for the entire of this week, remember, it is only the 4th working day of the week. A lot of schools opening across the country. So a lot of the traffic situations that we're experiencing are around the CBD. It is seemingly easing. Yesterday, tulikuwa naona Haile Selassie Avenue all the way from Uhuru Highway ilikuwa busy, but now I think the traffic is easing slowly. But areas around Muthurwa, Machakos bus station, pale kwa Easy Coach, na ile Marikiti, it's still a bit busy. Areas around Tea Room as well. Other major tributaries into town, and nothing out of the ordinary. Jogoo Road building up, pale Makadara, kule kwingine it's easing up. Outer Ring Road looking good, or both sides of the way, the entire stretch from Thika Road all the way to the Eastern Bypass. Talking about Thika Road, nothing much to talk about. It's green all the way from Ruiru up until you get to the Muthaiga interchange. Pale kuna traffic kidogo, but ni ile tu ya kawaida. The other areas around Mombasa Road and Waiyaki Way, as well as the western side of the city, are looking good. So not much traffic this morning, Thursday, yes.
All right, let's have the GOtv day.
You can help what you feel, but you can help how you behave.
All right, let's come back and take a look at the local dailies.
All right, we start off with the Taifa Leo 2027 miereka yaanza. Kampeni za urais nchini zimeanza kuchukua sura mapema. Mwaka moja kabla ya uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka 2027, huku mwaka huu ukiibuka kama wa kushawishi wapiga kura, wagombeaji wakijaribu kunadi sera mwaka mmoja tu kabla ya uchaguzi mkuu. Na sasa ushindani hauko tu kwa nani anayegombea, bali kile anachopanga kufanya. Manifesto kule juu, wale wanaomezea mate urais waanza kujipendekeza mapema, wakifafanua sera zao tofauti kwa wapiga kura. Wote wako hapa katika ukurasa wa mbele wa gazeti hili. Rais William Ruto, David Maraga, Martha Karua wa PLP, Daktari Fred Matiang'i wa Jubilee, Kalonzo Musyoka wa Wiper na kinara wa Safina Jimmy Wanjigi. Infotrack ilisema Rais William Ruto anaongoza na 28%.
Wengine wanafuata.
Vidokezo zaidi, Ruto aanza mikakati kuzima vileo. Aongoza kikao cha mashirika tofauti kuweka mikakati kudhibiti dawa za kulevya nchini. Wamezea mate ngome kuu za ODM na vyama vyazidisha juhudi za kisiasa kunyima chama hicho nguvu katika uchaguzi ujao. Bobi Wine amchoka Museveni masuala ya siasa kule election kule Uganda. Ikulu yanyonya shilingi bilioni 4 bila idhini ndani ya miezi mitatu pekee.
Bilioni 4. Najua bilioni 4 nasikia hata ukitumia pesa ngapi, hata ukitumia 20,000 shillings every day.
Yes.
It'll take you about 37 years to get 1 billion shillings. So you can imagine 4 billion. How much are they spending in a day?
That is according to Control of Budget, Margaret Nyakango. This story is on page 3.
Bila idhini hapo, underline bila idhini.
Masuala ya spoti pia, kivumbi robo finali AFCON leo ni patashika nguo kushanika kwenye kombe la Afrika kule AFCON.
Right. Daily Nation, masuala ya elimu. Teacher Service Commission jobs, grade 10 slots scandal. Remember, grade 10 hata hawajafungua shule bado. A criminal probe is underway following complaints jobless teachers paid hefty bribes hoping to secure employment by the Teacher Service Commission, but were left clutching fake hiring letters. Unapewa barua unaambiwa kazi iko, lakini hakuna. Authorities are also grappling with the latest scam amid rising protests that senior school slots are being auctioned to the highest bidder. That's how sad it is.
Yeah.
Unapatiwa barua, ushalipa, alafu unaambiwa ni fake. Na ushalipa. Your story, page 4 and 5. And it's the biggest story there. And we have Evelyn Mitei, who's the CEO, Teacher Service Commission there. Officials met principals of national schools to discuss admissions. Now, following the allegations, and I'm quoting the CEO, of professional misconduct against the officers of the commission stationed at Konoin Sub-County, Bomet County, the commission has constituted an independent investigation committee to conduct impartial investigations on that matter. That's according to the TSC CEO, Evelyn Mitei. Another sad story here on the front page of the Daily Nation. A couple and 2 children killed in Karai crash. Karai is the area that's stretched between Flyover and Naivasha after the second deep. Then, as the same area where Cyrus Jirongo, lost his life in that crash. Then again, after enjoying December holidays in Gatundu, James Njoroge, his wife Teresia Wanjiru, and their 3 children, Mark, 1-year-old, Michael Kabari, 6, and Claire Wairimo, 10, on Sunday set off for the journey back to Gilgil. As the family boarded a matatu, they had hoped for an uneventful trip, having previously routinely shuttled between the 2 homes, but this turned out to be their last ride together. They just, among those, we continue adding more and more people who are perishing due to road carnage in Kenya. It's a very sad statistics as we start 2026. Queries on that 4 billion shilling crisis spending by State House. Inaitwa crisis. Kulikuwa na crisis kule State House wakatumia bilioni 4. Crisis spending. Yeah, the control of budgets and the Parliamentary Budget Office have raised a red flag about the additional, not even budgeted for, additional spending by State House without the National Assembly's approval, questioning its justification under a constitutional provision that restricts such expenditure to emergencies. The President's office says the funds are for other operating expenses. 4 billion other expenses. Kuna ile ya kawaida ile imekuwa budgeted for na imepitishwa, lakini sasa kuna extra 4 billion. Inakari.
Finya kabisa.
Hai hata ni wacha. Ida's plea on Raila birthday party that never was. I have a picture of Ida Odinga, and this is the second time we're having Ida Odinga on the front pages this week. At an event yesterday at her home to mark what would have been the 81st birthday of her husband Raila, who died last October. She has called for a ceasefire in ODM, but here to discuss with my panelists. That's the Daily Nation.
The Standard betrayed in death, self-implosion. ODM leaders yesterday marked what would have been Raila Odinga's 81st birthday with nostalgic messages and videos, even as the party reels from deep internal rivalries. Oburu Odinga, Raila's successor and a faction backing President Ruto's 2027 bid, have clashed with Secretary General Edwin Sifuna, Siaya Governor James Orengo, and others pulling in a different direction. Observers say greed and personal ambition threaten the party's unity and Raila's legacy. The story is on page 4.
Nasikia, yesterday's event to mark what would have been the 81st birthday of Raila Odinga. There was an event here at Karen, at his residence, but kuna wengine walikuwa wamepanga kitu ingine kwingine. Kuna wenye walienda huko ni wachache sana.
Kuna nyingine ilikuwa kule coastal area. Okay, bado ni birthday they celebrated. That's the only story given prominence on the front page of the Standard. Tukiangalia ndani, architect reveals lapses that failed ill-fated floods. A second body recovered from fatal building collapse in South Sea. As the rescue operation ends, blamed games inaendelea kule. Authority confirmed the number of deaths as 2 from the incident. And Housing CS Alice Wahome vows all those culpable will be punished. Raila issues too big for Oburu. It's a question they're asking on page 5.
A valid question.
On the back page?
On the back pages, of course, AFCON features a lot on pages 38 and 39 of the Standard here, and it's about the quarterfinals that will happen on Friday and Saturday this week. So Mali versus Senegal this Friday, and Cameroon versus Morocco. That's the second quarterfinal. On Saturday, Algeria versus Nigeria, and Egypt versus Ivory Coast, which I think is the most mouth-watering contest there. Egypt, Ivory Coast, deadly game. Of course, the very back page, you talk about Arsenal, which is facing Liverpool tonight. A big game. Yesterday, Man City walidraw. Wengine Aston Villa wakadraw. So tunangoja kuona Arsenal watafanya nini leo against Liverpool. Wakishinda, hata wapewe tu hiyo kikombe hapo. Nishasema.
The Standard.
People Daily. Hustler bets backfiring, Ruto's slide towards 2027. This paper has, since the beginning of this week, kept on talking about what's going to happen in 2027, opposition wanajipanga namna gani, William Ruto wanajipanga namna gani. I think the focus for the People Daily is really on the elections of 2027. They say here it's a slippery slope for William Ruto. Empty pockets, high prices, and kept promises obstruct the president's path towards re-election. Some may disagree, but yeah, they're just talking about his prospects. What would actually be his biggest challenge come 2027? And what would the opposition, or the united opposition, focus on in as far as criticizing his administration? That story is on page 4 of this paper. Other highlights hapa, ODM chaos, hey, but ODM, Uhuru factor, and how Raila got boost in 2022. And it's very interesting that every time you talk about ODM now, you have to go back. Nini really happened 2022? Semeni ukweli. Amukulipa agents. Amukufanya nini? What really happened? Na blame Uhuru tu. Pale chini, cheers to jeers, how the one-term wave crashed Monica Muthoni's funeral script. You can read more on that story about Monica Muthoni Marubu, the woman representative for Lamu County. Alijaribu kuimba mambo yasiyopendekana sana upande ule wa Murang'a. Hakufurahia. People Daily.
All right, the Star election 2027 also given prominence here. Mbadi splashes 240 billion shillings for security teams. They say Interior Ministry receives 42.9 billion shillings as police gets 139 billion shillings ahead of election in 2027. Wale wamesema how much was spent? 4 billion.
4 billion extra.
Extra.
Just for State House, extra. Like 240 billion. Okay, billion. That's a lot of money.
It is. Raila family intervenes to stay the ODM amid nasty fallout. Yes.
I'm telling you this photo here of the widow of Raila Odinga hugging Edwin Sifuna. Watu wamekasirika sana. Wale wa ODM wenye hawapendi Sifuna. Sema no, how, why?
They'll not believe.
They shall not believe.
Gathungu flags 8 ministers for derailing audit reforms. Then is another story on page 7. Kule juu, decision 2027 called to simmer down and tame passions is Nzao Masao. From sugar daddies to equals. Oh wow, Kenyan women change marriage rules. That is interesting. Page 2. Fresh, independent, different. Grab a copy at 60 shillings.
There's a lot of focus on what will happen or could happen in 2027 on the dailies today. Matters Business is a business daily. Trump deal derails KRA's tax plan for U.S. tech giants. So the Kenya Revenue Authority's bid to net extra billions of shillings from large American multinationals through a minimum effective corporate tax rate of 15% has suffered a major setback following a new exemption deal brokered by U.S. President Donald Trump. And it's just the kind of effect that Donald Trump is having across the globe. He appears to be, okay, fine. To be honest, if you consider it, that statement that make America great again, he's really focusing on that. It's very selfish, protectionist about American entities and whatever they own. And it would appear, even at Kenya tumefinyiliwa mahali. US firms have been exempted from the minimum corporate tax. KRA targeted extra billions from firms like Google and Meta. Away from that, distributor in court to hold Diageo's sale of EABL stake. Diageo was selling EABL, its stake in EABL. Kuna mtu ameenda akasema pana. On the ticker, state farms collect 101 billion shillings in fines and penalties. Treasury projects more interest rate cuts, and CBK puts on sale 281 tons of old coins. Yeah? CBK has put on sale about 281 tons. That's 281,000 kilos of old and unserviceable coins, marking one of the unique asset disposals undertaken by the regulator in recent years. So once you sell zinafanyiwa nini, I think they just convert them back into the original state. Anyway, that's a business daily. Once again, a reminder that in studio this morning we'll be having lawyer and political commentator Fanyamambo Kinothia. Political analyst Fwamba NC Fwamba will also be with us this morning alongside Mwalimu Wilson Sosion. Do stand by for that, coming your way in a few minutes' time. Later on at 8 a.m. we'll change the conversation.
Matters Health, Regenerative Medicine and Natural Health Approach with Dr. Ashni Maldi.
Okay. Tuangazie basi Karakacha wanasema nini?
Yes. Yeah. We start off with the Star. Oburu Oginga Party leader ODM anapanga watoto wake pale vifaranga wa ODM.
Kasmuel amejipata kwa cartoon. He's made it finally. You know, once you've been caricatured, you've made it.
Hajawahi kuwa?
Sijamwona, or maybe akitoroka ile siku ya protest. Yes.
Kuna mwingine the latest youngest member of parliament.
Okay. Vifaranga vimejaa.
Boyd Weri.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a cartoon on the Daily Nation. Kuna kuku pale. I think this is the story that we were talking about yesterday, the deal between KANU and UDA. Whatever deal was struck between President William Ruto and the KANU chairperson, Gideon Moi, that led to him dropping out of the Baringo senatorial race. Ni kama hiyo mambo haikuwaka It did not work properly. So ni kama hapa the cockerel, which is the Independence Party, KANU, is caricatured here, anaingia kwa nyungu ile ya broad based. So KANU demands the same fate. Walikuwa wameambiwa atapewa kazi hadi saa hii hakuna kitu.
Same. There's a stand of stake. People daily. You tricked me, there is no food. Huyu ni KANU, lakini
anaambiwa yeye ndo chakula. Wewe, you are the food.
You are my food.
Ulisikia kuna food, you are the food. Ushamezwa.
That's stand of stake.
And finally, the Standard. 2 frames here. On one, there are 2 people talking here and say, but do you believe these miracle healings by our pastor? This is a discussion we were having, and I think we had it, even the legal angle to it with Wakili Akiro earlier this week. Like Fanaambia on the second frame, well, just like the campaign pledges by our politicians, you believe them at your own risk. So hata wale miraculous healers, miracle healers, you believe them at your own risk.
Yes.
Yeah. Mimi sijasema ati ukiomba hautapona. But
at your own risk.
No, way.
Back at your own risk. Anyway,
very dicey conversation there.
Right.
Matters religion and faith. Ukigusa hapo unaweza ban. You can actually ban your fingers.
All right, admin anasema nimeamka na ule wimbo wa mambo sawa sawa. Akakumbuka ni Thursday. Where are you watching Morning Cafe from? We can see you. Jaden Teddy anasema from Bungoma. John Masto anasema Juja Massive. Daudi Lukime, good morning to you. He's watching from Tanzania. Montford Kiribwa, Eldoret City, niko Kisumu City, Obunga Town, Onga City, that is Father Peter Ojuang, asante sana. Betty Alice anasema Mombasa Changamwe, asante sana.
Brian Thomas is watching us from Kilgoris, asante sana. CK Dominic, good morning on board, welcome. And Victor Mar Siaya says watching live from Alego, Karapul, Siaya County. Another one watching us here is Meshak Ndiema from Kericho and Daniel Chesoli wa Malava Kabras, nimeamka salama. Ndego wa Nyandarua sema nyama tamu, products and butchery. OJ Membli Ruiru tuned. Huyo ame-advertise butchery.
Atutumie sasa je story.
Ni mapema sana, washachinja sahi.
No,
it's only 6:30.
There's no time for eating. At 4 a.m. tunadimbua. We koma kabisa. Producer anasema kule hajaisikia mtu anasema
when you're leader of Osieno.
I'll tell them. All right, thank you so much. Keep interacting with us on our socials, TV47 Kenya, on Facebook and on YouTube, on X at TV47 Digital. My handle on X is at @Ann_Dida. The hashtag is Morning Cafe TV47, and congratulations once again to Pastor Jim Irungu.
All right, my handle on X is at Fred Ndimuli. See you after the break.